Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit Says, where the words of Yeshua flow effortlessly for your highest good. Go ahead and like and subscribe, for that is the easiest and freest way to support me and show me some love for these messages you're listening to today. Because whoever I am talking to, you have quite the decision coming up here in your very near future. You might even want to sage or smudge your space, because I accidentally spilled some of the ashes, so there might be some energy to do that as well. But let's check in to see whose energy this is, to make sure this is your reading. As I almost burned myself, so maybe you almost burned yourself. That was I'm not normally very clumsy. I'm very normally, I'm not even talking right. So maybe you were having some confusion. Maybe I was gonna say, I normally am not so clumsy. I can normally, and then I spoke and it came out all jumbled, and I tried to say I can speak right. So maybe there's something you're trying to gain balance on that you are having a hard time doing, because I feel like whoever's energy this is for, there might have been some confusion. There might have been some misalignment in expectations and thoughts of outcomes and how things were. You might have put a lot of work into this situation at hand that you're dealing with, whatever it is. You could recognize that there is a big decision coming. I actually set that aside with the in my book, because I want to go for it specifically. There's something really big you have coming up, deciding, and it's absolutely, you're going to get a new beginning no matter what this is. You feel this new beginning, you know this new beginning is here. But the energy you are in is both the Hierophant and Temperance, showing that, look, Three of Cups, beautiful. Showing that you are in this energy of recognizing there are changes, things coming in the future around whatever this is. And it could be thoughts, it could be money, it could be, there was no clear indication. It's kind of all over as far as suits go. So there was no clear indication of any one particular thing. It could be family, it could be emotional, mental, right, belief systems. It could be, there wasn't a lot of cups, so maybe it's not terribly emotionals. My words are just messing up. Maybe you feel the same way. You just feel like you can't, maybe you're struggling to get that balance, right? You're really focusing hard on it. But I need you to make sure that you don't step into any kind of selfish energy, any kind of isolation, okay? But rather do the opposite. Come out from that isolation, come out into that ability to serve, okay? And so, because it's not just service, I feel like this also, is your energy, honestly, too. And it's the Magician. I think you're a magic maker. I think you're an alchemist. Whoever you are, male or female, doesn't matter. We don't do sex here, we do energies. So you are this magic maker alchemist. You do have the King of Pentacles energy, and that just simply means that you have this very stable, did I say Pentacles? What did I just say? Sorry, I'm channeling, so I don't listen. Whatever, this is the King of Wands. I don't know what I said before, but it's that fire energy, that penetration, that willpower, that fatherly energy, right? Someone who, you may even be an athlete, you might even be thinking fire, drive, athletics, right? Or something in a very drivey kind of industry, something, you may be literally driving a ball, playing basketball, or, throwing a ball, stuff like that, or which would be sports and athletics, right? Or you could be driven as building your career, going to that next step, that fiery energy, okay? Because whatever it is that you're working on or doing, you also have this very balanced energy. Whether you are actively pursuing or receiving a lawsuit, some sort of court thing, or this is simply talking about that Libran balance, that Libran energy, that Libran stability of being able to see both sides of the situation. Which makes sense, because if you're a true alchemist, speaking as one, we have to, and as a Libra, not gonna lie, we really have to be able to see all the perspectives, because when we be creating, and the bad side of co-creation, and maybe that's this decision, the bad side of co-creation and being the alchemist is that we can unintentionally create things that we did not intend. And so maybe that, I feel like that might be the decision. Maybe you're creating something, maybe you're getting guidance on something, because whatever it is, your outcome is two different decisions. You have a new beginning. That part is very clear. This is the outcome, and this was just kind of like more information, things of that nature. As was the Temperance. Oh, interesting. I picked up this card. I wasn't meaning to. I meant to pick up the Fool. So maybe there's something new with your finance as well, because, you know, we did mention it could be any of them, because it truly can be. You have a new beginning. You feel this most likely. Or you have an inkling. You may not be able to see it tangibly, like, oh, I have X, Y, and Z check marks. No, no, no. You may not be able to see this tangibly. And despite the fact that you may not be able to see this outcome tangibly in the near future, you do see this new beginning. Okay? This new beginning that you are currently experiencing, it's going to come from a decision you have. You know about this decision, you feel it's something, like you're aware of it somehow. To what extent, I'm not fully sure. Probably pretty high, given the fact that this is also you, right? You're the freaking King of Wands, the freaking Magician, and the Justice. Like, holy wow, you are a powerful being, whoever you are, male or female. Again, we don't do sex, we do energies here. So it's a very beautiful balance of masculine and feminine, with a little bit more heavy masculine. So you might be a man, or you might be a woman with masculine energy. Take it how it resonates, doesn't really matter. Or just simply, you're just the fucking alchemist. What's up? Either way, I think the key thing is that you are being called to be very, very, very careful about what it is you are co-creating right now. Okay? And I thought it was so interesting, because the fact that, okay, it's sideways like this because when it, you know, when Spirit shuffles, right, I allow Spirit to essentially pop out the cards. It's a very specific way. It's not just one thing, right? It has to be done in a very specific way, because then I know, okay, yes, God, God is you. I see you, Yeshua. I see you. I love you. And I just let Yeshua guide me, right? And then I go in and channel. That's why sometimes I can seem like a space cadet when I'm channeling, because I am a space cadet. I am opening the opening the womb space for Yeshua to create through my vessel, right? And to birth his message. That's ultimately what I'm doing as a channel. And I feel like you are facing this huge decision that I feel like you also have, I feel like this is in your energy. Maybe you are currently partnered or have a partner coming, because this is, I feel like this is all connected. So you either have love coming, you have family that is close. It could be weddings you could be going to. It could be a variety of celebrations with the Two of Cups, okay? And the Eight of Pentacles. You are stabilized. I almost messed it up. See, my words are like jumbled up again. You are creating stability and stabilizing your life despite this decision and what's going on. And see, the Three of Wands, now, if it's in an upright position, because I've flipped this thing so many times, try to get it, you know, in various hand positions and everything, because it kept landing like that. And so I was like, God, what is this? And it was just like, that's the decisions that you've got to make. This is something big that's coming up. It's why you can't get it to go either way. I'm like, oh, okay, because I read reversals, right? And so this is what the upright position means. Oh, here it is. So this is what the upright position means if this message is for you. You and a large faction of your peers share a common belief or goal. They have elected you as the leader, and you will have to send others out to do the tasks you feel only you are equipped to do, that you are equipped to handle. Now is the time to build strategies and let others employ them. Now is the time to give everyone around you the opportunity to shine in their strengths and support you by lending a helpful hand. Now, if it was in the reverse, you made some changes because you hoped for the better, more productive life. And that's great that you're clinging to old habits, and it's currently thwarting new growth. You can't make progress if you stay in the past. If your energy is in the past and you are behind, right? Your energy is in the behind. You can in fact stay stuck because your vessel is closed off. It cannot receive new information because your cup can only hold so much. Your container can only hold 1,000 milliliters or whatever it is. And if it's filled up with 1,000 milliliters of the past, not even a drop of the future can flow in. And so you have a decision to make around both of these things, because that is, and I think you do feel this because you, my honey, are so freaking intuitive. And I found it interesting that I grabbed this card from the I Ching to be the card that I used essentially as a bookmark. And the overview, it totally was random, right? It was just like, there was like, right? Like, not even, again, mindless, right? Like, I'm just not even, I'm channeling and I don't even know I'm channeling, right? The overview that you are currently getting with this Three of Wands is everything I just said is tied into a huge decision you are currently or about to make that is going to lead to one of two outcomes. But either way, I feel like if it's a bad outcome, you're going to be able to eventually get out of this because you have the Hierophant. Ooh, nice. Didn't even mean to grab that, but okay. That's the Nine of Pentacles. And so this is that's like the abundance card, right? Like the wish fulfillment card. So your wish is going to come fulfilled. I think it's going to be a longer, harder version of your wish fulfillment, or a shorter, easier, nicer version to get to your wish fulfillment. But I really think you know exactly what this is. You are on your way. You are en route. You are in the flow, or at least you feel it, because honey, you have the Hierophant energy that was on the bottom of the deck. And so with this Hierophant energy being on the bottom of the deck, overseeing this huge decision your Three of Wands is having you make, the new beginning that is coming from this is one of two things. Oh yeah, that's right. You are going at a steady pace. That was also tied with this bottom message and the Three of Wands. These were all tied together. And you are taking that steady pace. That was important to note. And I totally sidelined it by accident. So I think the fact that, ooh, interesting that I left that behind. You are possibly leaving new opportunities behind, because I accidentally left that behind. It was unintentional. Maybe it's not an intentional thing, and it's because of a bad decision. You are now leaving these behind, right? That was interesting. But you are creating with the cauldron. You're putting together things. You might be actively creating like a team or something with the Queen energy, right? So maybe you're trying to lead something. You're trying to put together something, and you feel like you're not able to be in your power with clarity to create the stability you want. You are unable to meet, and maybe that's, oh, that makes sense. I forget where it is now. I was talking about, but we were talking about I think I was channeling something about releasing that information, releasing that. If you don't do that, this could absolutely go negatively. If you don't release the information, you don't release the burden, you don't release the energy, you don't release the responsibility, you don't, oh gosh, what is that called? Human brain, come back online for a second. Delegate, that's the word, thank you. You need to delegate something in your life, and you know it. And if you don't, give up. And it's not give up. Oh, that's interesting. You might feel like you're giving up. You might feel like, oh, this is this equals me giving up. And no, honey, that's not what this is. This is giving an opportunity to blossom, to bloom, to step into the unfoldment. Like I said, something about Yeshua using me as the vessel, as a womb space, especially as a woman, right? To create the messages for you, right? As I hold my own pleasure, right? The words of Yeshua flow effortlessly for your highest blessing, for the highest good and the highest good of all involved. As I see a butterfly out my window, what? Transformation, baby. That was beautiful. It's true though, because that's truly where my heart is. And if you too are receiving the blessings and the messages from Yeshua in your own life, in your time, I feel like you know that you are potentially going to create this. If you are putting together things, that you're leaving stuff behind, you're leaving new beginnings behind, and trying to create something out of something you know isn't going to give you the stability it's going to give you. Or, ooh, this feels so juicy. I feel so calm now all of a sudden. I was kind of angsty, not going to lie, because I'm reading into the energy, right? So like my body emotionally will absolutely fluctuate through the read because I'm listening to the energy. And so like I just got this ooey gooey, like calm, relaxed, Everything's gonna be alright. Hey, everything's gonna be alright. And maybe that's something your spirit is stepping into. You know that with blind faith, you know there is a new beginning in the thought, in your mind, in your creative space. Because, honey, remember, you are a badass creator. Look at that. That is you. And I feel like, beautiful. Wands on, oh, that's swords. Swords. Interesting. You got them. I thought that was wands. Well, it is, but you know what I mean. I mixed them up, right? But it's interesting that they're both penetrating energies, right? And maybe that's important for you, because I feel like this is, I was interested about this. And then, and then this was the top card. I was like, I'm so confused, Spirit. What the fuck is happening? Okay, so don't freak out, because I thought it was hilarious when I finally understood it. I feel like the other decision that you have to make, that you probably don't want to, is this Two of Cups energy. Is this giving up relationships, anything that's stagnating you, as far as relationships go, right? And this could be things in the mind, in the thought, your emotional energy, purging energy, things that have kept you in the past. Speaking of which, we're talking about the past, things that have kept you in the past. There's something that has kept you in the past that is drawing your energy, and you are making the conscious effort to cleanse of it with fire energy. Maybe you're doing candle rituals, burning rituals, something like that that's soothing that energy. Because, oh, that's interesting, we have Leo again. Because your energy is the fire, the sun, the light. You are the motherfucking magician, baby. You are the king and that divine feminine. Like, that's how I also read this. She's just so beautiful. Look at her. She's just all in her queen energy. Look at her. Chef's kiss. And that could be you. You might be a female listening to this. Maybe you're transitioning from that masculine energy I talked about before into the feminine, and you are that badass, honey, whatever it is you have. Oh, that's interesting. I was about to put that. I was holding them upright. I think like you have that opportunity through this. Is an opportunity to turn your Two of Cups upright, because you do have that here, right? You have that as in the past. You have this ability to receive that energy. Because remember, the sun is happiness, like the ultimate fulfillment, like the ultimate happiness thing that makes you as a human happy down to your soul. And I really believe it's through your divine energy. There might be things that you have to give up that had selfish behavior. That might be what this is in order to get to this enthusiasm. I thought that was hilarious with all the reverse energy. I'm like, these aren't really good cards to have reverse. And yet, you know what? But it makes sense, because if you know through this work that you're going to have divine blessings on the other side, we have that hope. That sacred hope. Look up any research study with like the Holocaust or massive devastations like that, right? Who people were like held in camps or any kind of internment camps. The people who had hope in their soul survived. You can look at it across the board. It is succinct. They thrived in their environment despite horrific outcomes no human should ever survive, let alone be in. And they still thrived on the other side as much as one could, right, through despite the horrific trauma, right? But my point in saying their soul had hope, and you do too. You have this hope that is just so deep in your soul. It resonates on such a magnificent level. That needed to land for somebody. Because you know exactly what it is to get to your Nine of Pentacles. Oh, I'm going to start crying. Interesting. Oh, it's the Three of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Why did I have such a brain fart? I'm looking right at it, but it was just so enticing that it was like, it's taking teamwork to get to this. It's seeking this community. Maybe that's what this is. Your Eight of Pentacles and your Two of Cups. You have this community. Ooh, I'm going to sneeze. Confirmation. Sorry if I sneeze. Oh, oof. Yeah, something about that. However that fits for you. That was a huge confirmation for somebody on the other side of the screen. I'm gonna leave it here. That feels complete. So beautiful. I'm rooting for you. You've got this, baby. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this resonated, and I'll catch y'all next time.